Welcome to Episode 10 of Digital Transformation Foundations, Designing Digital Operating Models. This video unlocks the 8 pillars that drive successful digital transformation, from agile teams to data-driven governance. We'll provide practical strategies and actionable steps to redesign your organization for speed and innovation. This program is brought to you by the Series of Thoughts team.
We will cover 4 main areas. First, why operating models matter. Then, we will explore the 8 pillars framework. Third, we will review real-world success stories. Finally, we will outline actionable next steps for your operating model redesign. Digital transformations often fail due to unchanged organizational models, not technology. Strategy without structural redesign lacks execution. Your operating model is the connective tissue between your vision and value delivery. The shift from traditional to digital native models is structural. Organizations thriving digitally have fundamentally reimagined workflows, decision-making, and value creation. The digital native model is based on flat teams, cross-functional squads, and fast feedback loops. Successful digital organizations are built upon 8 interconnected pillars. These pillars reinforce one another, creating a system for continuous adaptation and growth. These include agile teams, product-centric structure, and customer centricity. Pillar 1 focuses on agile teams, the engine of speed. Agile is an organizational posture where work is structured around small, empowered, cross-functional teams. They operate in short cycles, learn continuously, and have the autonomy to make decisions. Truly agile teams have cross-functional composition, owning the full value stream. They utilize autonomous decision-making within clear guardrails. They are outcome-oriented, accountable to business outcomes, and engage in continuous retrospection to improve their ways of working. Pillar 2 is the product-centric structure, which means you own the outcome. Shifting from project-based to product-centric models is a powerful change. Products have persistent teams, long-term roadmaps, and continuous investment. This fundamentally changes how budgets, performance, and technology are managed. The project-based model uses temporary teams, fixed scopes, and focuses on delivery on time and on budget. In contrast, the product-centric model uses persistent teams, rolling roadmaps, and unified cross-functional teams that own the outcome, measuring success by customer and business value delivered. Pillar 3 is platform thinking. Build once, scale many. This transforms technology from a cost center into a force multiplier. Shared platforms for tooling, data, and access are built once and reused, creating compounding returns that accelerate every team. The platform model includes internal developer platforms for self-service infrastructure, shared data platforms for centralized analytics, and API-first architecture. These capabilities enable composable architectures and accelerate time to market. Pillar 4 is data-driven governance. Decide with confidence. Digital organizations run on data, not gut instinct. Embedding measurement into every layer of the operating model, from product decisions to customer outcomes, provides a competitive advantage in speed and precision. Data-driven governance has 4 dimensions. Data availability ensures the right data is accessible. Metric alignment cascades North Star metrics to team-level OKRs. Decision cadence uses regular data reviews. Accountability loops track outcomes and performance across the organization. Pillar 5 is customer centricity, designed from the outside in. Every pillar ultimately serves the customer. Customer-centric organizations embed the customer voice into organizational rhythms. The customer journey is an operational blueprint, informed by research, feedback, and behavioral data. Embedding the customer voice is achieved through continuous discovery via interviews and analytics. Journey mapping reveals friction and delight moments. Customer metrics ownership makes customer outcomes a first-class responsibility. Feedback loops and governance ensure strategic decisions are grounded in market reality. Pillar 6 is talent and culture, the human operating system. Technology is never the limiting factor, people are. Building a digital culture requires recruiting for curiosity, investing in capability development, and treating failure as learning. Building the talent engine involves 3 key areas. Attract and hire for growth mindsets and digital fluency. Develop continuously by embedding learning in daily work. Finally, reward the right behaviors and lead visibly to reinforce the desired culture. Pillar 7 is technology architecture, the foundation that enables speed. Without the right architecture, teams are slowed by technical debt and legacy systems. A modern digital operating model needs an architecture philosophy, not just a tech stack, enabling structural flexibility. Architecture principles include cloud native by default, provisioning infrastructure dynamically as code. Loosely coupled systems allow independent deployment. Security by design builds compliance in from the start. Finally, continuous delivery shrinks the feedback loop to customer value. Pillar 8 is ecosystem partnerships. Extend beyond your walls. No organization can build everything. Competitive digital enterprises master the art of the ecosystem, partnering to access capabilities they lack and accelerate value creation. Digital ecosystem partnerships fall into three main types. Startup and venture partnerships provide access to emerging technology. Technology and platform alliances unlock preferred pricing and co-innovation. Research and academic partnerships build proprietary capabilities in advanced fields. We now transition to real-world success stories. See how leading organizations applied these 8 pillars to achieve breakthrough results in their digital transformation journeys. ING Bank implemented an agile at enterprise scale model, restructuring into Spotify-inspired squads and tribes to face fintech competition. The result was a 60% reduction in time to market and increased delivery frequency from quarterly to weekly releases. Amazon adopted platform thinking, mandating all teams expose capabilities as APIs. This internal infrastructure discipline became AWS. This shows how building platforms for internal teams with external-grade rigor can create monetizable capabilities at scale. Spotify centered its model on culture and talent, fostering psychological safety and autonomous squads. This culture of experimentation is their competitive advantage against much larger rivals. The key lesson is that culture is a structural advantage that requires deliberate investment. The 8 pillars form a mutually reinforcing system. Transforming one pillar in isolation delivers partial results. Transforming them together delivers compounding returns, as agile teams need platforms and product structures require data governance. Assessing your current operating model is the first step. Use a maturity framework, from level 1 exploring to level 4, leading to honestly assess your organization across the 8 pillars and identify high-leverage transformation opportunities. Watch out for common pitfalls. Avoid technology-first thinking and pillar isolation. Transformation delegated without C-suite ownership risks failure. Finally, measuring activity metrics instead of outcome metrics optimizes the wrong behaviors. Operating model transformation is fundamentally a leadership challenge. Leaders must model new behaviors, sponsor uncomfortable changes, and maintain conviction. The operating model reflects the mental model of its leadership team. Change the mindsets, and the model follows. To track progress, remember, 8 pillars must transform for systemic change. Full product-centric adoption often delivers 60% faster time to market. Platform investments can multiply ROI 3 to 5 times. Avoid the 70% failure rate by focusing on operating model gaps, not just technology. You don't need a multi-year roadmap to begin. Start with a structured 90-day diagnostic that maps your current state against the 8 pillars and identifies the highest priority interventions. This plan is divided into 3 30-day phases. Designing a digital operating model is a continuous cycle, not a one-time event. The most effective approach combines structured design thinking with organizational experiments that generate real data about what works in your specific context. This involves diagnosing, designing, piloting, and scaling. Follow 3 core design principles. Design for speed, not control, by accelerating decisions. Follow the value stream by structuring teams around customer value flow. Minimize dependencies to maximize collective capability and reduce coordination overhead. Leaders often hesitate due to upfront investment and disruption. To build the case for transformation, quantify the cost of the current model, benchmark against digital native competitors, and model the compounding returns of platform investments. The cost of inaction is the real risk. Remember, you can't out-execute a broken operating model. At some point, structural impediments will overwhelm even the best people in strategy. Focusing on fixing the underlying structure is crucial for long-term success. Key takeaways from this episode. The 8 pillars are a reinforcing system. Your operating model must follow your strategy. Speed is the measurable outcome of a well-functioning model. Start your 90-day diagnostic now to drive data-led design. We recommend deepening your knowledge with resources like Team Topologies for team structure, the Platform Revolution for business models, Accelerate for high-performing tech organizations, and the Lean Enterprise for scaling agile principles. Join the conversation and apply the concepts. Download the 8 Pillars Assessment to score your organizational maturity this week. Share this video with colleagues navigating transformation. Discuss your toughest questions in the community forum. Your operating model is your destiny. Future industry leaders are building the capacity to continuously create great products and adapt to market shifts. This is the mission of digital operating model design. Thank you for watching episode 10 of Digital Transformation Foundations.